Well, we're just going to take a little picture tour this morning of the truck. It's Saturday, the third and final day of the Red Power Roundup here in Des Moines, Iowa. And this is Brady Boy Bill Karras chatting with you again. We got a 77 Scout 2 over here and a 73 1210 4x4 pick-em-up truck. And let's see who they're owned by. If it says Mark Siebert from Granger, Iowa, and they're just beautiful, beautiful trucks. Beautiful trucks. Oh, excuse me. So, and another 1210 over here. Looks like it's a pulling truck. Looks like a puller. And this is also owned by Mark Siebert, if I'm pronouncing his name right. And an 1100 looks to be about a 65, 66, right in there, mid 60s, 68. There we go. And we got a gravel hauler here, a dump truck, 1970 model, Wesley Mason. Some of the hieroglyphics on their information sheets are kind of tough to decipher here. Here's a 1975. That must be one of the latest, very latest trucks. It's a model 200 with a 392 V8 in it. John Brown, I can pronounce that name, from Wilton, Iowa. And here's a nice looking, looks kind of like a daily driver, Scout 1976 by well, let's see, Reed Jensen, Iowa, from Iowa. An S20, 120, excuse me, that's 120. Looks to be pretty much all original. And Julie Lichner, L-I-C-H-N-E-R, from New Berlin, Wisconsin. And it's a 56 model. And here's a 12-ton Travelall, excuse me, a 12-ton, 1210 Travelall custom, it says. I don't see any information other than that. Here's a 48 KB1 owned by Dave and Libby Yaus from Shelbina, S-H-E-L-B-I-N-A, Missouri. Beautiful, beautiful truck, and I apologize for mutilating the name of your town. Here's a gorgeous R110. This thing is really, really gorgeous. And let's see who owns that. Jim Eichenberger from someplace in Kansas. It's a 1955 model. That is definitely a beauty. Definitely a beauty. And another 1210 Camper Special 4x4. Got Iowa plates on it. And it's got a Detroit diesel sticker on the side, so I don't know if he's done a heart transplant on this thing or what. I'm not that familiar with these engines, so maybe somebody will chime in at some point on YouTube and tell me what it is. Well, just to give you an idea of the lay of the land, all the chapters, and we happen to be looking at the Alabama chapter right there. They're hosting this show next year. There's Conrad Bell. He's a real gentleman. And this row of tables down here are all the various IHCC, International Harvester Collector Club tables. And they're, they're selling t-shirts, hats, magnets, refrigerator magnets, whatever. Try to make a few dollars for their organizations. So, and this is a pretty huge building. You can see here that it goes for miles. Restrooms, food court. Morning. Beautiful day again, huh? So, gonna have a little bit of a look-see. And down at the west end, we've got some toy vendors. Amazing toy collection. In fact, I'll go over there and have a look at that. Yes, the toy collection hobby is pretty vast. It's a whole lot easier to store the tractors. They're less expensive. They don't take any fuel. And as you can see, there's just a huge variety here. I'm guessing that these are probably gently used tractors. I don't know. We have brand new tractors in the boxes here. I8, case I8. Beautiful toy tractors here. And I've always been afraid to buy just one. There's one I'd like to have, of course. 1026 standard gold demo. So that's a little taste of that. And of course, there's various vendors that are selling manuals, brochures, all kinds of advertising paraphernalia, if you will, posters. And the usually jam-packed food court. It's only about 8:30 in the morning, so people aren't too hungry or too thirsty at this moment. They probably just finished breakfast. So, and we also have an indoor display of International Harvester vehicles and a tractor. Here we have a 1960 B120 4x4 Travelall, owned by Roger McGregory from Iowa. Looks like there's probably been repainted at some point. Here's a beautiful 656 narrow front end. Got the optional self-adjusting wheels on it. I don't know if you can kind of make out those. Don't see too many of those. They seem to be awful popular on Alice Chalmers, and I believe it was Alice Chalmers that developed that design. And this tractor is owned by Bob and Jackie Gearing from Garrison, Iowa. It's a 1966 model. But beautiful tractor, beautiful. There's a 1929 International Harvester truck owned by a farm family here in Iowa. Here is, I don't know, what's left of the last International Scout, October 21st, 1980. Not sure where the body is at. May have been in such bad shape that it was better to make a display of it like this. Mike Bolton from Glidden, Iowa. This is a 1980 again, the last one built, a Scout 2. And here's something that a lot of us would be familiar with, a B160 school bus, Bluebird Midwest number 1. It's a 1962 model, owned by, looks like Lynn Faith, F-A-E-T-H. Awful lot of school buses are international and currently Navstar buses as well. And here we have a 1924 model Reaper, and I'm not sure if this is a replica or if it's original that's been gently restored or what, but it's quite a mechanism, obviously horse-drawn, as is this one bottom plow over here. Same thing in McCormick Deering. There's another plow shear, and you had a little bit of an adjustment on there, and at least you were sitting on something. There's a beautiful 1970 544 utility hydro. Let me see if I can get a name on here. Sorensen Farms from South Dakota. And here, a Not Forgotten. It's a commemorative World War I, World War II, and Korea War Veterans Memorial tractor. 1944 Farm All Age, owned by Herb and Eloise Loberick from Eddiesville, Iowa. And here's this drop-dead gorgeous 806 diesel with front wheel assist in the canopy. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It is a beauty, that's for sure. And that's owned by David Henderson from Story City, Iowa. That's Farm All, an 1865 model. It is pretty spectacular, that's for sure. I may have to stop here and take another still picture of that. And here we have a vendor selling parts. Looks like he makes canopies for the various manufacturers of tractors. Oh, this is a beautiful old, I don't know if it's a Titan or, let's see, it's a Lee Saskett Inc. I don't know if they're the ones that did the restoration or what, but it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Not really seeing any information on it, so pretty nice though. And we'll have to go around the table and have a look here. Here's a 1935 WD-40, and the owner is Thomas Volk, V-O-L-K. And that's a beautiful tractor. I see it's got the metal bands on it. Makes it easier to transport on blacktop paved surfaces. So, and over here, Mr. Mike Becker, the paper farmer, has a pretty massive display of pamphlets, brochures, owner manuals, what have you. I think I'll have to stop and talk to Mike for a minute. Well, we worked our way down to the other end of the building, and here's yet another toy tractor vendor. And you can see you can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, windbreakers, you name it, you'll get it here. A little bit of everything, even a little bit of non-IH stuff. Not much, it's mostly IH stuff here. About 99% of it, as one would expect. So, let's take a break. Back outside, and we're going to get a little tractor parade action here. 1968 1256 coming at you. Beautiful shape. Got a couple young ladies up there. Some of these tractors I'm sure were in the parade yesterday. I don't know. The parade is held every day each of the 3 days. So Pete Curry on his 67. And we got a 53 Super M. Dick and Donna Curry from Rennell, Iowa. Got a little parade seat on the back over there. We saw this one yesterday. Yeah, you're going to come right at it. Very good. Sorry, trying to get his, yeah, that's cute. I really like that. Okay, thank you. The 47 TD6 by John Rivers, Maple Lake, Minnesota. Chatted with him the other day. Here's a 51M. Don DeCrute, not sure. Some of these names, of course. Beautiful 57 450 diesel. And here comes just a gorgeous 460 high clear. Just beautiful. Built these in the very late 50s, very early 60s. 58, I think, for about 62. And we saw these guys yesterday. I think these are a real crowd pleaser. Everybody likes this. Big 560 standard diesel, dual front wheel assist, gorgeous tractor. Confident looking young man up there on it. And here's another 560 front wheel assist. A lot of great detail on these tractors. The stickers, the wiring, the diesel injector line. And here comes the 660 of the crowd. All diesel. Beautiful. Here comes the big IH 1206 diesel standard. Not a Wheatland, it's a standard. The big fat fenders and the big fat tires. Beautiful. Beautiful though. And a 57 Farmall 350 looking really good. Very nice 460, a 1959 model. Jim Wilson, Ainsworth, Iowa. Now we're seeing some different tractors today than we saw yesterday. And here comes a very original A. And I think what's probably unique about this is the hydraulic system on it. And I'm not at all familiar with it, so I'm not going to BS you. So the 1947A. Here's a pretty spectacular looking 1206 narrow front. Oh yeah. To kick the old TA forward, you can see her jump a little bit there. Pick up a little crown speed. The TA, the torque amplifier, is almost kind of like having a two-speed transmission. There's Brian Hale again from Pine Island. Beautiful 62 660. There's a cute little Cub. Oh, they're hawking the Red Power Roundup next year in Montgomery, Alabama. That should be a great show. Beautiful 1206 front wheel assist. Just gorgeous. Got a couple of 1206s here. And another 1206. Everybody's styling on their big Posh tractors. Here's a 1026 hydro, as all the 1026s were a hydro model. I think they made them for only like maybe 2 model years. 70, 71, something like that. Here's an original hydro 886. We saw that one yesterday. And lots more. We saw this guy yesterday. A beautiful M. M Supreme, it says on the side. A gorgeous 656. Just a gorgeous tractor. A gas model. Another 1206 front wheel assist. Yeah, definitely been restored. 66 model. Here comes a little TD6 crawler. Chugging along. So we had a couple of crawlers, three crawlers here. 456, or excuse me, a 450, what am I saying? Serious young man up there in his 1066. Isabel's Tears. And I think we saw this guy yesterday, but it's always worth a second look. See a big 7488. I think I counted 6 of them here. I mentioned it probably yesterday as well. The 74 and the 7288 here. There was like, I'm pretty sure there were 6 of them, but. And here we have a 63 650. Excuse me, 560. Boy, I'm getting really tongue-tied. I think we saw this one yesterday from Allegan, Michigan. Earl Overbeek. A beautiful little Cub Cadet. It says 86 on the side. Cub Cadet 86. Oh, a gorgeous 230 with the sideways on the front. An equally nice 1963 40 diesel coming up behind him here. Gene Putt, P-U-T-Z, Laconia, and here comes a real farm all. Beautiful little F-20. Really nice. Really nice. We got some kind of cats and dogs here. An 800 Cub Cadet, a mule, an A21 mule. And we saw Aaron yesterday on his original bone stock 756. Original 656. We have something kind of unique here. Gentleman's working a little bit of a loose hay loader. Yeah. So he's got some hydraulic on it. Mounted on an F-20. Jeff White, Fillmore, Iowa, 1938. And a really noisy 504. There's a beautiful piece. There's another, I'm guessing it's an F-20. Beautiful. Young lady on there being fairly somber. Gorgeous little A, 39A. That would have been the first year they were out. Again, I think we saw that one yesterday. Another real farm all, little F-12. Beautiful, beautiful. And here's a gal on a Cub Lowboy. Here we go. Lots of waving going on here. It's a very nice 51M with a 9-speed. James Mishley. And got the kids on there. They're all happy. Oh, here comes the Bayless 1468. It's just gorgeous. 1972 model. Beautiful, beautiful. As is all the Bayless equipment. Here's the 21206, which is the industrial version of the International 1206 standard. That's a 66 model. That's a Bayless family tractor as well. Just a beautiful machine. Beautiful machine. A 12-ton pick-em-up truck. God, why do I keep saying 12-ton? It's a 1210 pickup truck. I keep botching that. Aftermarket wheels and tires. Looks pretty darn good though. There's a gorgeous little 340 diesel. And here comes Mr. Richard Bayless Sergeant Major, retired United States Army, on his 1456 1970 gold demo International Standard with the XL cab. Hey, there he is, giving us a wave. Very nice, very nice. Beautiful tractor. Here's another Cub lowboy. And here we got a short string of letter series tractors, an 8. A Super Shirley M, which is a 1951 model. Ron and Shirley Besco? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. From Eddiesville, Iowa. Nice M. And here again the Little Tractor Company's 1468. I would just love to have that. That's such a neat little tractor. I love that. Beautiful. Back there's the 1066 Hydro front wheel assist again. Saw that one yesterday. Another quick look at a 1066 Hydro. Kind of clever how he's got that parade seat up there for the little guy. Even includes the seat belt, keep him strapped in. I'm sure that little guy will love that. A 51H David Book from Minburn, Iowa. And here comes the lady on a 460. 460 utility, a 61 model. This is Kathy Book, Minburn, Iowa, so I guess she's the other half of the gentleman that we just saw go through a couple of seconds ago. Here's the 53 Super M by Scott Stolt, Westside, Iowa. You have a hard time finding a nicer M than that. That's beauty. Beautiful. Beautiful restoration. Little Cub. And again is 1974 1468 by Kim Von Glan, Westside, Iowa. I don't think that's Kim driving. Got some serious rubber on that thing. And a nice little 57 350 utility diesel. Kim and Joyce, so maybe that is Kim up there. I forgot. I have male friends that are named Kim. I like the wheel weights and the big fat rubber he's got on the front. Very nice. And the adjustable rear wheel. Adjust the tread width on that. Right from the tractor seat by just adding a little power and hitting some brake. There's that 1066. Beautiful. Here's Tony again on his 756 High Clear. Here comes a real nice 58 450. It says Farmall Demonstrator. I don't know. Got a radio on it. About the only thing that's a little bit different about that tractor that I can see. And here comes a 59. That can't be. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, 39. 39M. Beautiful restoration. And a fairly unique people mover on the back there. Pretty clever. Looks like they took some old bus seats and put them inside a stock trailer. And there you go. Young lady on a custom 856. Tough little gal. Another 856 original. Quite a few original unrestored tractors here this year. Beautiful 1206. And the Super C. Kids are having a good time. A lot of young folks on the tractors in the parade here the last couple days. Really nice. There's an 884. Looks like she's had a fair bit of use. Here's a beautiful 1256. I don't know that doesn't have the correct paint job, it looks like, but oh well. Here's a beautiful old 1020, Titan 1020. Probably something from that's a 1921 model. I think they started building them in the very late teens, 1918, something like that. Beautiful machine though. Here's a 59 660. Washington, Iowa. And here's something you don't see every day. International Harvester Combine, a 205, a number 205 combine. Got a 2-row corn header on it. Probably parts of it had been repainted a bit, touched up here and there. The head looks like, and I think it's a 227 head on it. That looks to be pretty original. There's a 1965, it says, 656 utility diesel. And a 756. As I may have mentioned before, the 56 of the series that we're featured tractors. Oh, really?
They were
Yeah, probably so.
This tractor doesn't exist. I don't know if you know.
I know that, yeah.
Diesel 8.
There's 2 or 3 of them here too at the show too. I've seen HTAs, and other than I think they built 1 or 2 pre-production models, right? You know,
but they weren't even.
But they never,
they were not the PAs.
Yeah, they were. They never made it to production. Yeah. 1930, 1530. Beautiful shape. A long call, 450 high clear. Pretty sharp. And a 1066 high clear. Getting a run of cubs here. We got a little Farmall cub. I'm guessing by the paint job, if the paint job is correct, it's about a 57, 58. Here's an even earlier cub. Here's a cub low boy. And a cub with a loader on it. I don't know if it's aftermarket or homemade or whatever, but kind of interesting. Kind of interesting what a little Yankee ingenuity comes up with. No disrespect for the people to the south. Yeah, we saw this one yesterday, the tariff plow. Pretty nice operation. Beautifully restored. For sale, 1955 International Harvester 400. Harlan Radman from Cannon Falls. Very good. Thank you. Pretty clever. Pretty clever. Now here's something pretty rare. McCormick Super W6TA. Well, kind of missed the encore of that. Super MTA diesel. Very nice, very nice. Here's another shot of the 8, Navy 8. Here's a Farmall 300. Well, it says 300, but they got it looks like what's left of a 350 grill on the front. Spent a lot of time myself on a Farmall 300. Back in my youth and innocence. Farmall BN, B narrow. Rear end was a bit narrower on those. And here's Dad's I8. I think it's another 1210 pick-em-up truck that we saw go through earlier. I guess that's the end of the parade then. End of the parade for today. That is such a beautiful tractor. Loading up the 1066 Hydro. This is a loading area here, and we've got a lot of loading going on. It's Saturday, 11 o'clock, so a lot of people are packing up and bugging out. Want to be home by Monday probably. Got a 1206, some Cub Cadets up there. Again, lots of activity in the loading area. Oh, here we got what? A half a dozen, 6 Cub Cadets. Beautiful. Well, as I said earlier, lots going on in what is now the reloading area, I guess. We got a 7288 there, pulled by a big old K-Whopper. And we got a 5088 front wheel assist and an old 450 with a cab on it. That 72 is beautiful. That's beautiful. I'd like to have seen them got that thing up on there. And over here we got that collection of front wheel assist tractors. Big ones, big things. It looks like C.A. Tesch, T-E-S-C-H, Brillion, Wisconsin. Oops. Anyhow, I'm getting the voice on it. And it's a brilliant collection of tractors. Beautiful collection, huh?
Yeah.
Couple dollars tied up in there. And doing a little last minute maneuvering here to get this 14 loaded up and presumably be heading home today. Gorgeous tractor, Gary Ballard from Iowa. Marshalltown, Iowa, 1970, 1456. Looks real good, sounds great. Boy, what a smooth running tractor that is. Love the big rubber on it and a lot of weight on the back. Everybody's heading for the exits here today. Got a beautiful 656 Hydro loaded up. Looks like, I don't know what I call the cancer tractors. Oh God, they do the walk for life, the run for life, different functions around the country, celebrating survivor cancers and cancer survivors rather, and making a few bucks to donate to, I don't know if it's the American Cancer Society or whoever, but worthy cause. We've participated in those functions ourselves, my wife and I. So, this is what they pull it with, an International 8600, Ballard Farms Inc. So they got a ways to go. Well, let's pile back on the cart and go for another little spin. Well, here comes the Big Pete with a few tractors on it. An 826, a gold demo 826, and a 766. vacation. Everybody's bugging out. Very nice 1206, heading home. I think we'll relocate, see what's going on down at the other end. Very nice 400 high clear, getting loaded up. Got one already up here, 400 diesel. That sounds like a 400 gas. So he's got a pair of high clearance tractors. Got some sights mounted on it, probably helps him do a little bit of a, you know, with his guidance. Alignment can be everything on these things. Here's the 1066 Hydro front wheel assist. It's got the little buddy seat on there that we saw in the parade earlier with the little boy strapped in up there, which is pretty great. And I like this trailer. It's got the hydraulic dovetail ramp in the back. It makes loading and unloading a whole lot easier. You don't have to mess around with the ramps or any of that kind of thing. So just makes life a whole lot easier. I'm sure it cost a couple extra dollars to have a trailer with that feature on it, but in the last tractor or golf cart or whatever, you can just ride it up there, stop it, hit the hydraulics, the tailgate, the ramp comes up, it locks in place, you strap her down, and you're on your way. Beautiful rig. Some of the trucks here are pretty spectacular as well. Pretty spectacular. And kind of a different looking trailer. I'm guessing there's a hydraulic ramp back there someplace. Just talking to the boys that have this tractor trailer here. Oh, well, they're gonna load a pickup on it. I guess that's they've got a couple tractors, but I guess they bring a chase vehicle along. That's a pretty swanky chase vehicle. I think I'd have some old cheapo compact car that didn't weigh too much, but whatever works. Huh. Pretty interesting. Well, we have a beautiful 1256 front wheel assist sitting here, and we've probably seen it sitting along the avenue because the 56 series was the featured tractor this year, the featured series. So this gentleman just pulled up. He's getting the trailer ready, getting his chains ready. He'll flip down the ramp, and he'll jump on and presumably back her up the way he's got it positioned. So maybe we'll sit him around for a minute or two. Well, release the parking brake here. He's going to back her up on there. Got the ramps flipped down. They're kind of spring loaded, so they're not so bad. Guess they don't need a whole lot of throttle. They got bags and bags of torque on those things. A lot of guys use a spotter, which can make it easier. And there we go. There we go. Just like that. Very good. Have a good one, Ryan. Boys having some technical difficulty there. Ryan Peters lives only about 30 miles up the road here to the west of Des Moines. And he's got a 430 gas and a 430 LP. Like I say, the mad rush to the door. It's going on.